Greetings. Can you hear me? My name is Renee Sharp, and I'm the Bay Area Regional Director for Grid Alternatives, which is a national organization with 10 regional offices around the country. Climate change is real. It's not just coming, it's here, and we all know it, or at least we all should know it. We need, as a society, to effect a massive shift away from fossil fuels and towards clean, renewable energy, and we need to do this as fast as possible. In San Francisco, in California, around the country, around the globe, we simply have no other choice. But we do have a choice about what this resource revolution is going to look like. We have a choice about whether this revolution is going to include everyone or whether it's going to leave people out. At Grid Alternatives, our mission is to make renewable energy technology accessible to underserved communities. And our vision is a transition to a clean energy economy that truly includes everyone. And it's that vision that I'm here to talk to you tonight about. For the past decade, Grid has been installing almost 7,000 solar systems for low-income families across the country, like the Martinez family from Los Angeles, pictured here. These systems will save homeowners $180 million over their lifetimes and prevent the emission of 500,000 tons of greenhouse gases. They will also help keep food on the table as low-income families are struggling to pay their bills. Like Gloria Williams, a 76-year-old woman from Menlo Park, who told us just last month that before she got her solar system with Grid, she sometimes couldn't pay her electric bill and would sit in the dark. And now, her words, she gets to live in brightness. But we have a long way to go. And I'd like you all to help me out by standing up tonight. Everyone stand up and imagine that the 100 or so people here tonight represent the 1 million solar systems that have been deployed in the US to date, which is really exciting. Even more exciting is that it took us 40 years to get here, and at the current pace, it's only going to take us 2 years to get to 2 million solar systems. Now, I want you all to sit down except for you four right here in the front row. You stand up. Okay. Now look at these four lovely people, because they represent the tiny fraction of these 1 million solar systems that have gone to benefit low-income homeowners. We don't have great data on this, but it's around 5%. Okay, you guys can sit down. Except for you, actually. You have to stand up. All right. What's your name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian, raise your hand. Okay, now we're going to do the hokey pokey. No, I'm kidding. So look at Sebastian's hand. Wave to the crowd. Okay. Sebastian's hand represents the tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of the solar in this country that has gone to benefit low-income renters. Okay, now you can sit down. Thank you. Low-income renters have been left out of the solar revolution. But luckily, this is about to change. Thanks to California Governor Jerry Brown, who last year signed AB 693, which will bring up to $1 billion of cap-and-trade funding to bring solar and put it on multifamily affordable housing properties around California beginning in 2017. If successful, this program will be a powerful model for an equitable resource revolution across the country. And over the next 18 months, Grid Alternatives wants to use the city of San Francisco, which is actually where I grew up, as a model for successful implementation. With funding from Battery Powered, we would like to install 50 kilowatts of solar power on a flagship affordable housing property in San Francisco. And we would like to assess all 220 of these properties across the city for their solar potential. And these are home to 40,000 low-income tenants. We will also identify which of these properties are eligible to receive the funding and map out alternative funding mechanisms for the remaining properties. We would also like to use the actual installation as a model of how to maximize community benefits. We want to make sure that both property owners and tenants are receiving benefits. We want to educate tenants about energy efficiency. And we want to use the installation itself as an opportunity for job trainees like these women in East Oakland to get hands-on experience with solar installation. Because the resource revolution isn't just about climate change. It's also about jobs. It's also about equity, or at least it should be. Last year, the solar industry grew by 20%. That's 12 times faster than the rest of the economy. Everyone deserves access to these jobs, particularly those in struggling communities. With an investment of $165,000 from the battery, Grid's proposed project will generate $450,000 worth of clean, renewable energy. We will also benefit 100 low-income tenants, train 40 job trainees, and prevent the emissions of 1,000 tons of greenhouse gases while providing a roadmap for affordable housing property owners in San Francisco, California, and across the nation to go solar while showcasing a model of community benefits. One that you're seeing here, this is Grid Alternatives using job trainees to install a solar system for a new affordable housing property in Colorado. There are 6 million existing affordable housing units across the nation. Together, they represent an amazing opportunity for an equitable resource revolution that truly includes everyone. Grid Alternatives is the organization to make that happen. We hope you agree. The time is now. Thank you. And to help answer questions, we have a special guest, Sunny, our mascot. He's going to answer any technical questions we have.
This is awesome.
All right, Sunny, Sunny, are you okay? Okay, good. All right, Sunny, do you want to pick out do we have any questions? All right, I think we see one over there.
All right, good question. Great plan, but how do you intend to access all these communities and all these participants?
So you mean the actual 220 properties?
Yes.
Okay.
And the people who are going to be taking electricity from that.
Yes. All right. Great question. So, Sunny, what do you think? Okay. The 220 sites. One of the great things about solar in this day and age is that you can do a lot of assessment just using Google Earth. So you can, yes, you can get on the computer and you can basically look at Google Images and you can figure out, okay, how much roof space is there, how much shading is there. Shading makes a huge impact. And you can really figure out which properties are just kind of by their very design more suitable for solar. So for the large scale assessment, we don't actually have to go and talk to every single person. When we actually narrow down the finalists of which property we want to work with, of course we'll go and talk to people. Does that answer your question?
Well, I'm really thinking about how do you reach the people that want the electricity, the people that are not accessing the education opportunities that are presented. How do you connect with them?
Great. We have an amazing outreach team. So as I mentioned, most of what Grid does is we install solar power for low-income homeowners. So we have a huge outreach team across the country who this is their job. Their job is to go and talk to people about energy efficiency, talk to them about solar. We're really experts at this, and we're really good at explaining very technical things to folks who maybe don't really know a lot about it or really haven't thought about it.
So I've tried to volunteer with y'all a couple of times, and I know that your demand is just off the charts in terms of people wanting to work with Grid Alternatives. And what I've heard the holdup has been is that it's hard to find qualified low-income homeowners because there are a lot of tenants. And I'm curious if this project will fix that situation by opening up Grid Alternative services to renters.
Great question. So there's a lot of different parts of that. So one great thing about Grid is that we do have a lot of friends, and there's a lot of people who want to come out and help us out and actually get on the roof and help us install solar panels. We bring out volunteers, we bring out job trainees, and you can do it with no experience. So it's really fantastic. We are always looking for new clients to serve. The real barrier is not that there's not enough people, it's more that not enough people know about us. But it is also true that we've been leaving out this huge sector of the population of renters. And that is really what we want to do with this project, both in San Francisco and around the country, is really make sure that it's not just the low-income homeowners who are benefiting from our services, but it's also the renters. Thank you.